And I think one of the things that I think resonates a lot with me of what you guys are doing and attempting to do is impact the community.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And see the community thrive. And
Yeah.
I think that speaks a lot to the mindset and the culture that obviously Ray's, created.
Yeah.
But it is more the importance of giving back and impacting the lives of people not only around you, but the people that come through those doors. And it's not necessarily growing the campuses. It's not necessarily trying to become the largest church or have the biggest worship album. It's like, hey, what are the ways that we can impact people? Not necessarily for the Lord, but because of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
100%.
It's you're doing the right thing by impacting it and having and empowering people around you.
Yeah.
And doing that by investing. And I just think that's huge. And there's definitely a need in all communities for community, for the understanding of work-life balance, understanding the importance and just the mentorship. Basically, I've grown up in church my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've always seen men's groups, but never necessarily there's businessmen in those men's groups,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But never a group of
exactly right.
businessmen that
exactly
are
right.
coming together to say,
Yes.
hey, how can we impact each other? How can we
Yes.
mentor each other? And it's important.
This brings up a question.
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned this before, this work-life balance and everything. So if you could describe the I'm going to say it again, the key components of what you're building with this ministry.
Yeah.
Like you said, work-life balance. What would be like the top 3 things that this group attempts to work on?
Really great question there, Buzz. So family work-life balance is obviously a key. We actually had a retreat, I think it was a year or 2 ago in Napa, and Kevin Thompson, our marriage life pastor, he now leads our adventure campus. We did this in Napa for a few days, only business people, and you had to be married to go. And it was really interesting because when I announced that this is going to happen, we were only asking like 15 couples because, again, we wanted it intimate. We sold that out pretty quickly. And just in the discussions, we'd have like these fire pit talks afterwards in the family with the husbands and wives and, after the general session. And there was this one couple I'll never forget. They said, we're so thankful for this because when you announced this, Johnny, back in April, when we did it, and then we did the actual event in August, he goes, I hadn't been on a date with my wife in 9 years. And I'm like, wow. And other couples started to share, they just get so caught up in life and in their careers, whether they're a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it might be. They just get caught up in their job, and that ends up becoming their purpose rather than their family, God, and the job is really serves for a purpose. It isn't your purpose. So having family like work balance, understanding what your role is, what you do for a living isn't what defines you. It fulfills a purpose that's greater than your position in your company.
That's right.
Right. And that could be being the best mother or father to your kids, being a leader in your community,